Hi, welcome to Make It with Alice. This is super important video about freezing in meetings, why it happens. And no matter how much you studied your English or prepared for a presentation, you still freeze and you're frustrated and you don't know why you do it. So in this video, we're going to talk about what exactly happens when you freeze, why you freeze, and how to overcome it. So this video is for international professionals in high stakes situations, and it's important that when we freeze, we don't stay frozen. So the important thing is, how do we save ourselves from the embarrassment? And if we freeze, to say that it's okay and we continue, because we want the room engaged, we want to continue and the speech, bring it to the end, and we want to be successful. So freezing happens for several reasons. We're self-conscious, we're perfectionists, we're translating from one language to the other, and quite frankly, maybe we had a trauma in the past where our parents brought us on stage, we had to play piano or we had to model or act, and somebody told us that we suck. This is why we freeze, because it's just a nervous system response. It's automatic and it's trauma informed. So at the end of the day, our nervous system first reacts. We're impulsive and emotional first before we think about why we did that. So freezing in meetings is recognizing why it happens and then coming up with those strategies how to prevent that happening. Not prevent it 100%, but reduce. So why people freeze in the first place. I have written some notes down here. So it's fear of rejection, fear of pushback, fear of looking aggressive, fear of not being smart enough, fear of not being good enough, discomfort with commitment, identity conflict around power. You know, how you perceive power, how you perceive yourself in the power structure in the workforce. Are you afraid of losing your job if you do something wrong? So it's not about, oftentimes freezing is about other people than our own. It doesn't reflect our own capabilities. So we're reacting to the environment, and then when we're becoming overwhelmed, we freeze. So how to fix that is, before presenting, you need to ask yourself, what decision do I need to make? What is my desired outcome? What action do I want to take, and what commitment am I asking for? The reason we ask these questions is that when we freeze, those questions become the compass or the North Star. And so if we freeze, we go, okay, what's my outcome? What is my desire? What is my need? What do I need right now? Because then you're going to go there. Questions drive the cognition. So if you freeze, go, how to save that, it practically is, let me get back to you with an answer. The next step is, I recommend, let me take a moment and pause here. Can I get back to you? So in any case, and of course, if you're presenting and you freeze, let me gather my thoughts. Let me jot down your notes, your question. Buy yourself time. The best thing when you freeze is buy yourself time. And as you're buying yourself time thinking, breathe. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. So there are ways to overcome the freezing, as I've mentioned in the video. Understanding your end goal, understanding your destination, breathing as you buy time, having those questions in your mind before you go into the presentation, the meeting, and whatever the work context is. Like, you have to prepare also for if you freeze, if your throat closes, like for me, it always happens. If you don't know what to say, if you feel insecure, if you feel, if you lack the confidence, there has to be those anchors. Anchors are points, like markers that help drive a different direction. So for example, when I know that I have a very stressful meeting coming up, I will have a cup of coffee, and I will, because that's my pleasure, and I will tell myself, you got this, you're confident, you're amazing. That's like my preparation, my visualization activity, right? So by having the coffee, I'm in my living room imagining that this outcome is going to be amazing. This meeting is going to be amazing. When I go into that meeting, I also hold on to something, and then I feel secure and safe and grounded. When you hold something, I put it on my lap and I feel grounded. So it's like a grounding practice. That's another anchor. Another anchor could just simply be when you freeze. That's interesting. Let me get back to you on that. So the anchor is holding my chin, just to say, let me get back to you on that. Or anchors are hand gestures. Anchors are markers that help steer you in a different direction. So you could use your body, your hands as markers, and you could hold something as well. So I hope this was helpful to help you understand why you freeze, what you can do about it. We do a lot more of these training videos inside the school community, Alice Method. It's free to join. You could come check out some of the videos in the content library. They're super short, just 2 minutes, to help you identify those work scenario situations that we can then apply some of these solutions, okay? So I just wanted to end with each episode that is, do the best that you can every day. I'm rooting for you guys, and I'll see you inside the community.